Alphabet is an American holding company headquartered in Mountain View, California. It was
Okay.
founded
Can you turn on the camera as well, so then we can like feel like it's like real live, like presentation.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, again. Alphabet is an American holding company headquartered in Mountain View, California. It was founded by Warren Page and Sergey Brin on October 2, 2015, and it was created to recognize Google World interest as a conglomerate.
Can you adjust the camera a little bit? We only see your forehead. Can you adjust it? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's better. Okay.
The establishment of Alphabet was prompted by a desire to become a technology which make the core Google Internet service business cleaner and more accountable. Alphabet is mostly a collection of companies that is Google. Alphabet is about business prospering through strong leaders and independence. The model is to have a strong CEO who runs each business. Alphabet will replace Google as the public, pub- publicly traded entity, and all shares of Google will automatically convert into the same number of shares of Alphabet.
Code of Ethics. Google or Alphabet Inc. apply word "Don't be evil" is about providing their users unbiased access.
Nisha, can you show? Can you turn on the camera?
Okay.
Yeah, and also other presenter as well. Yeah, when do presentation. All right.
Okay. Google or Alphabet Inc. apply word "Don't be evil" is about providing their users unbiased access to information, focusing on their needs and giving a best product and service, or doing the right thing like following the law, treating each other with respect. Code of conduct. The first one is serve our users. Users value Google not only because they deliver great product and service, but because they hold themselves to the highest standard. Second, respect each other. They are expected to do their utmost to create a workplace culture that's free of harassment, intimidation, bias, and unlawful discrimination. The third one, avoid conflict of interest, notably present. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now, yeah. Now I can. Okay.
Okay. And fourth, preserve confidentially. Their responsibility extend beyond not revealing confidential material. Fifth, protect Google's access. To continue this practice depends on how well they conserve company resources and protect company access and information. 6. Ensure financial integrity and responsibility. Financial integrity and fiscal responsibility are core aspects of corporate professionalism. They maintain a system of internal controls to reinforce our compliance with legal, accounting, tax, and other regulatory requirements. And the last one is obey the law. Google takes its responsibility to comply with laws very seriously. You should understand the major laws and regulations that apply to your work, take advantage of legal and ethics and compliance to access you here.
environment. Google's work environment has contributed to the company's long-life success. It is characterized by friendly employee benefits that are rarely present in other companies. Indeed, Google Work environment promotes a work-life balance by focusing on the major aspects of positive work environment that promote employee engagement and organizational identity. These strategies include organizational culture, retention strategy, career development, leadership style, and employee engagement. Organizational culture. Google has a culture of innovation that has become part of its employee life and pyramid. Through the organization, its culture was not built overnight but has taken the company many years of hard work to reach where it is today. Motivation. Google provides a work environment that motivates employees and keeps them happy. It rewards employees with benefits and perks that are meant to motivate them to realize an optimal output. Leadership style. The pioneer of Google were researchers who believed in independent thinking and innovation. Career development. Google has an effective career development program that ensure all employees remain competitive and innovative for long-term success. Conclusions. An attractive workplace environment is essential for long-term success of companies and human resource management. Top company in world has realized the importance of positive work environment.
Social responsibility. Why we need to know about this? This is now the world is more in your hand. Every country needs to develop our lifestyle and way of life of the people. Results from development are increase the domestic investment. People consumption are made of many resource decrease that make social and environment problems such as child labor problem, the safety problem of consumer, global warming problem, oil shortage problem, food problem. All of these are made social community realize about problem and make people interested about moral and responsibility of business. That name is CSR or corporate social responsibility. And this CSR are indicator about moral and responsibility about business operator. Corporate social responsibility. The Google stakeholders are diverse because of the company-wide array of products. The company diversification includes its original products, such as Google Search, as well as licensed products like Google Glass or Google Fiber Internet and cable television service. In the firm, stakeholders come from different groups, impact through this varied business. To maintain its leadership and in innovative technology firm, Google must address the interests of its stakeholders through suitable corporate social responsibility. The company current CSR efforts are comprehensive and satisfactory. Based on international standards and expectations, still, there is room to improve this CSR effort to make Google a stronger contender in the international arena. Google stakeholder groups are included by user, employee, advertisement, and other customers, investor, government, and committee. Thank you.
Innovation. Alphabet try to find a way to use the business model to improve the company, invent by itself or modification from what company expect to make it better. Google announced that Google recognized under the new parent company, Alphabet, its new step to maintaining the innovative. When Google moved effectively split one company into several smaller companies owned by Alphabet, which is Google is the largest company to make a profit for Alphabet. For the small business, Alphabet hopes to keep each of its focus small, fast, and innovative. There are several ways to make an innovative company. This award, Alphabet tried to find a way to improve their business by to do in order that they have a website, but they take a leap to have a smart home control kit for save your house or self-driving car because they try to find something to do more than the ordinary website. Small work in software. The large companies spend a lot of money for design and requirement analysis, but the result is not satisfied when compared with a small company. So the large company have to act like a small one because when they work in a small business, they can manage or do something better than in a large. Share everything. Alphabet will encourage the discussion, exchange, and interpretation of ideas, which can lead to unexpected and innovative outcomes. Pair the right person. When you put the right person in the right job, they will do on their duty with a good potential. And the next, users 70, 20, and 10 model. 20% of our project dedicated to our core business, and 20% of our project they are related to our core business, and 10% of projects are related to our core business. This model is helpful to allocate the resource. And the last one, look for idea everywhere. Alphabet believe great idea can be found everywhere, and we look for them everywhere.
Sustainability. Google, environment and sustainability. Google has been carbon neutral for over a decade, and in 2018, they met 100% of the electricity consumption of their global operation with renewable energy for the second consecutive years. The path to a cleaner, healthier future begins with the small decision they make each day. That's why Google aims to build sustainability into everything they do. They are raising the bar in making smart use of Earth resource, expecting the highest ethical standard throughout their supply chain, and creating products with people and the planet in mind. They are also constantly looking for ways to have a positive environmental impact and be even more responsible in their use of energy, water, and other natural resources, and they want to help others to do the same. Their data centers, efficient data center help them better serve their users in a more sustainable way. For more than a decade, Google has worked to make Google data center of some of the most efficient in the world, improving their environmental performance, even as demand for their products has dramatically risen. They has done this by designing, building, and operating each one to maximize efficient use of energy, water, and minerals. Carbon-free energy, accelerating the transition to carbon-free energy. Google made it a top priority not only to become more energy sufficient, but also to ensure that the energy they purchase come from clean sources such as renewable. In 2018, they matched 100% of the electricity consumption of their global operations with renewable energy for the second year in a row. The support for clean energy go hand in hand with reducing their carbon footprint by improving the efficiency of their operation and buying both renewable power and high-quality carbon offset. They have been carbon neutral since 2007. They have set a long-term goal to power their operation with carbon-free energy in 1 year later. Workplace. Create sustainable workplaces that are good for people and the planet. When creating sustainable workplace, Google focused on people healthy material and the local environment of the place where they operate. Device and service. Building products that will leave people, the planet, and our community better day for them. Integrating sustainability into their product operation and community is an ongoing effort that involves designing in sustainability from the start and embedding it into the entire product development process, all while creating the products their customer want. The last one, empowering technology. Google is working to meet the challenge posed by climate change by empowering everyone, business, government, non-profit, organizations, communities, and individuals to use Google technology to create a more sustainable world. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. There are general comments. Okay. This also for our other groups. I guess you probably don't really do a lot of like a presentation, but it is an important skill. Okay. Especially I think when in work or in a work context. Okay. Especially like graduating from international program, that would be one of the main expectation. Okay. And okay, I look through. I think that the content. I mean, yeah, I check your report. The content is fine, but what you may adjust. Okay, maybe the second and then the next assignment. Okay, and this is also for other groups. Okay, you may put the what we call intake citation. We call citation, which means, for example, we call citation. Like for example, we talk about like I also type in here like sustainability, right? And then this part, if you get from like like Google website, you can put like Google 2020, like this. You can put it like this one. Okay, this one is from Google website, right? And like for example, you have something like Hafner 2006, right? And this is the expectation from all the ajahn, okay, when you present the report. Okay, I know that you this is maybe something new to you. And then if you talk about again social responsibility, you have Hafner 2006, right? So at some parts, when you talk about like social responsibility, and then you have Hafner, something like this. I think you can put 2006, and then you can continue with the content from Hafner. Is it Hafner? Yes, the Hafner 2006. So you can put that inside the text, but that is what we call in-text citation. Okay, you can put that in, and then it helps the reader to find, like, okay, where this information came from, and then if in case I want to go back and check, so then it would save me a lot of time, and it also help you in terms of your credibility, that you really use the information from some source. It is really okay to use the source from, yeah. And the good thing for your group is that, okay, you provide, the source information, that's good. And but you have a table content, I think that's fine. You can, and then, okay, for all the groups, maybe for the next assignment, make sure that you add two parts. The first part is introduction. Okay, add introduction and conclusion. Okay, and the end. Okay, at the end. For introduction, you can talk about, okay, in this, you already have, I think you already have the table content, right? Yeah, you already have the table content, which is good, like with the page number. So that's why you have a source of information. And I think okay, listening, even though it's the presentation is more like word by word, but try to practice more, and then it should be better. Okay, try to also use your own word or change some word during presentation. It will make it more like smooth, okay, for presentation. But for the content, I think it's okay, but some of the things to be improved, and it should be better, I think, over time. Yeah, but this is just the first, presentation, first assignment, and it seems that the time is quite a lot that you spend. Okay, so what I would do, okay, for the next group, maybe I'll limit to. Here I haven't asked any question yet, and yeah, but if we go no break, that should still be, yeah, okay, but we'll see. Okay, so what I would do is that I would, for the following groups, I would give you maybe 12 minutes, okay, 12 minutes, and then if you go over 12 minutes, and then I'll ask you to stop, and then just stop at 12 minutes. So for the presenter, if some part that you think is too detailed, please feel free to cut, and then you can go ahead to the next part, because you want to make sure that you finish the presentation. Okay, so I think I'll give you 12 minutes, and then after that I may have one or two questions, and then I want to get some response. Is that okay? But then for this group, okay, I give the benefit of the doubt, for the first group. But I just want to have one question for alphabet. Okay, and okay, for alphabet, what do you think is the key to success for this company? When you look at, all these things, innovation, or they have a good code of conduct, or what is important for their success? Is it like career development, or is it code of conduct, or because they have a good, like, stakeholders? What do you think? Okay, anyone from this group?
Okay, in my opinion, innovation is the most important.
Okay, because
Because innovation is when, for like other company, they find they're innovative for, like, they for manage their company and to find a way to make the company better than before, like always improve, like this.
okay, and then if I mean, like, if a lot of people quit from Google, like from Alphabet, Do they still have innovation? Let's say if like at the beginning you talk about, like the founder, right? You talk about the founder. They have Page, right? Lawrence Page, and then like Sergey Brin. If these two guys said, okay, they want to quit from Alphabet, do you think that the company still be successful?
Yes, if they are still in the same way like before and always improve.
What do you mean? The same way and always improve? Like for example, like a lot of people like question, like question like Apple, like after like Steve Jobs, like passed away, whether it's gonna continue, right? And then we can see Apple is still doing okay, doing well, right? So the point is it about the policies that they have, or is it about some of the leader? Because when Steve Jobs passed away, a lot of investors sell the stock of Apple because they don't trust in the company anymore. But then when you think about, if you were the manager of the company, you just want to make sure that okay, you can try to like regain trust from the investors, right? So I think it is important, and yeah, I also agree with that part about innovation. But then you have to look further, like what, and then you can look at one of the very successful company like Sony. Sony was one of the very successful company, in the history of the world. But now it's just another, like it's just another company. I mean, meaning if you don't have Sony product, it's still okay, right? Right? I mean, it doesn't really hurt the consumer. But if we live in a world without Google now or Alphabet now, it's going to be a bit of a difficulty, right? Because then you can see the impact of the company on people's life. Okay, anyway, thank you for your presentation. All right, so I'll move on to group 2 now. Okay, thank you, group 1. All right, group 2, you can start now. And again, I will start, like I will have my timer here for 12 minutes. And then for 12 minutes, and then I'll stop your presentation. Okay, and group 2, okay, you already sent the yeah, you already sent the report. Spotify, right? Okay, you can start now. And then I'll use a timer for like 12 minutes.
Wait a minute, please.
Okay. So when you start presenting, I will start my timer.
Okay.
But yeah, whenever you're ready.
How to share screen right now?
You can see the button that you can see, just it looks like a cup, and then with the arrow pointing upward, right? And then you move the mouse, and it will say share content, right?
Share content.
And then you can click screen. If you click screen, it will show your screen. When you change anything, it will show your screen. Or you just go to PowerPoint, and then you can just click on the Microsoft PowerPoint. or it depends on whether you use like okay.
Now you see anything?
I see your screen with some pictures. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So I start like video. Okay. Yeah.
So you have recorded video, right? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have recorded, but
Good.
it's gone somewhere.
Go ahead. It has no sound.
No sound for you?
Okay, you can try to exit this one. Exit share content.
Uh,
Share content, and then I think you probably have to click when you share content. Look at the upper left corner. Okay, look at the upper left corner. You can see optimize for text and image, and then you click there, and then you click there. You can see optimize for motion and video. That might help with the sound.
After my promotion. Okay. Again.
And share again. Yeah.
Now.
Today, we're gonna present you about the one of the biggest music streaming company in the world, named Spotify. And for the topic today are the management learning past to the present, ethics and social responsibility, the environment, the innovation, and the last one, sustainability. Okay, let's start from the first one. Management learning in the past to present. Spotify was founded by two best friends, Daniel X and Martin Lorenzen, with the idea of the free music streaming tools. Spotify launched in 7 October 2008 with a free music service but with the advertisement. In the same year, Spotify managed to have licensing deals with many big companies. For example, Universal Music Group and Sony. In 2009, there were around 6 million songs on its platform, which is a very important reason to make Apple allow Spotify to be in the App Store, and made Mark Zuckerberg decided to join Spotify as a partnership in 2010. And what we have learned from the Spotify is Spotify was founded by only two friends, but they can make the successful company by making partner with song owner and the song company with win-win business, which is very interesting. And that make big company agree with them to be the partner very easily. And Spotify had used new technologies and features such as AI to attach more users.
For the social responsibility, Spotify always focused to avoid streaming radio that tolerance for discrimination or harassment of any kind to save and respect customer. Spotify is not the music streaming application that have the main objective to earn the money from the customer. Everyone can listen to their favorite music, but do not have to pay any dollar. Spotify is not only to be the free music streaming application, but they also support the artists by paying them equal to the streaming time video. Everything that Spotify is doing does not affect to anyone in the negative way. We call this method win-win business.
Number 4 is innovation.
For the environment, we can separate into three groups. Let's start from the first one. The resource input we need 5 main factors to make the successful company. The first one is people. We need people to control the application and manage the company. Money is also important, but to buy and develop the good equipment, material, technology, and feedback from the user are the factors that can make company attach more customer. Second group is transformation process, which is the group that work activities turn resource into output, and the last group is product, which is the music streaming application.
Number 4 is innovation. Over the last year, Spotify has built its brand by using outdoor ads that target local users like the person who played Sorry 42 times on Valentine's Day. What did you do? As well as creative content like teaming with New York City's MTA to transform an entire station into a David Bowie tribute. In 2018, it also launched the ongoing Black History is Now project that includes a new content hub where artists, creatives, and organizations that are working with communities of color tell stories through curated playlists, video, and podcasts. Janelle Monáe was the first artist partner for the project. The last one is sustainability. We will show you what is the 3P. The first P is people, who we are as a company, how we treat employees, and how Spotify treats each other. And the second P is practices, how we are as a company, how we are reducing our environmental impact, and how we are putting our values into action. The last P is platform. It means how we interact with authors, how we are supporting creators, and serving fans. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you for your presentation. What you can see is also this is also similar to what we study, right? They also have we talk about like we also have the TP, planet, people, right? And they also have their own P's, like so this is management practice. So every company that you create, you want to make sure that they have the core value. They have something that they can rely on, like people, practice, platform, right? In our lecture we talk about planet, right? And of course we also have people, right? And then you have also like planet. And then when you look at this is what we call the management behind all kinds of technology. Okay, you cannot have just a good technology without proper management. Okay, so now when we talk about these companies, I think it is an interesting company too, and and then when you talk about like we can use this for free, but actually they also have Spotify Premium, right? So how do you explain about the premium and the free version of Spotify?
The premium of Spotify, right?
Yes, because in your presentation, in your presentation, you talk about
it
it's
says
free.
that it's for free, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's for free, but as we say from the last week, it use the premium, right?
Yes.
Yes, you can do it, but it's keep annoying for someone like that. Something like that, yes.
Right. So then which group of customer is more important for Spotify? The free user or the subscriber?
Of course, subscriber, but the free user is also important to spend popularity of the Spotify. The user is important.
Okay. Yeah, I think the main point is I think we may talk about this earlier. There are two different groups between user and subscriber, right?
Yes.
And then what Spotify has to do is to try to convert user to subscriber.
subscriber.
Right. I think that's what they should do.
Keep annoying.
Yeah, because when you look at the structure of the revenue,
Mhm.
it's about I think for Spotify it's about 90%, right? Revenue from subscriber and 10% from free user.
Mhm.
And how can they get the revenue from free user? That is from advertisement, right? Just like you can create the game, so you can create like the games, or like can be Angry Bird, and then or any games, and then you can generate revenue from what? From advertisement. You can do that,
Yes.
and it is one model for the business related to like this kind of like platform. But okay, then my last question is,
Mhm.
now I think Apple Music becomes more popular because for me as a user, I spend time, I compare between Spotify and Apple Music, and then I decide to go with Apple Music, and then I my question is, what do you think Spotify should improve? Because they are in a world competition, right?
Yes.
Because it can be either Spotify, Joox, or Apple Music,
Apple Music.
right? Exactly.
etc.
And then what should Spotify improve to be more competitive?
I think it's more flexibility or cooperation with the other band, like some new mobile phone release is install the Spotify instant or give a promotion for each user. That's what I think.
Okay. For me, I have a question, but it for me, I'm thinking about Netflix. Because if you know that, okay, Netflix is also one of the very successful, like streaming like content, right?
Yes.
And then now Netflix start losing movies because Disney has their own. Yes, they have their own channel, right? Disney has its own channel, and then Netflix has to create Netflix original content. So that's how Netflix will have their own advantage, right? So what do you think if Spotify also try to promote their own like artists?
Your own artist, own music, that's especially for Spotify.
Yeah, I think that could be some.
Oh, that's a good idea. I thought.
Something that they can do, right? Because that's also the reason why, like, if you watch like Netflix, you they have like the very popular shows like Stranger Things,
Yes,
or something that is only on Netflix. So yeah, maybe that would be something that for me, I think that Spotify can try to do, right? To because if not, for example, if I like to listen to like Ice Cream, by like Selena Gomez and then and
my
Blackpink,
queen.
and then it's everywhere, right? So any platform you can get, but then if you create your own content, so then no one has it, so that will create a uniqueness.
Some exclusive content like
Right.
only Spotify have.
Right. So I think that might be one of the way out, right? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
okay, then
you.
I'll move on to group 3. All right, group 3. Group 3 would be Palm, Prom, Un, and Time. All right. Okay. When you're ready, I will start like my 12 minutes. All right. Oh, you already have video. Got it. Go ahead.
Thai Airways International Public Company Limited is Thailand's national flag carrier subordinated to the Ministry of Transport. It offers intercontinental flights from Suvarnabhumi Airport to primary cities around the world. The company was established 60 years ago and has constantly been accommodating along with several changes occurring in modern business, economic, socio-cultural, and technological environment. Or has it really? This report will present the company under 4 topics: management learning past to present, ethics and social responsibility, environment, and innovation and sustainability. In the topic of management learning past to present, we discussed Thai Airways' method of management and how they're related to the management approaches learned in the course. So without further ado, let's start off with the classical management approach. Scientific management. The principle of scientific management can be seen in several airline industries, and Thai Airways is not an exception. The statement, quote, "It is Thai's policy to develop its employees' capability suitable for their positions." Thai also designed the employees' learning development roadmap to achieve the competency model. Moreover, Thai also valued linguistic competency such as English for specific purposes by developing and customizing an English curriculum for their employees. Quote, in its annual report, corresponds to the idea of science presented in the principle, and that is, the company selects workers with the right abilities for the job, carefully trains their workers, and supports workers by planning their work and development. Next, let's look at administrative principles that talks about the 5 duties of management. Let's go through them one by one and see how Thai Airways kind of adapted. Foresight. This can be seen in the board of the directors' responsibility. They define directions of the company's operation and monitor the management to execute the policies efficiently and effectively. This allows them to complete a plan of action for the future. Organization. Thai Airways Human Resource Management Team works on the recruitment criteria and qualifications to require employees having matching knowledge, ability, and potential for the position. They provide and mobilize resources, which in this case is human resources, to implement the plan. Command. Thai Airways Human Resource Management Team also has the standard indicators and goals with assessment criteria defined under the mutual understanding between supervisors and employees, which mean they work on evaluating workers to get the best work toward the plan. Coordination. The Corporate Secretariat's department coordinate between the company's shareholders and the board of directors. They ensure that the information is shared and problems can be solved. And last, control. The Corporate Strategic Committee work, supervise, and advise the management to implement the strategic and organizational transformation plans, including supervising it to be responsible for the implementation of each plan. They make sure things happen according to the plan and may work on taking necessary corrective action. The last subtopic of the classical management approach is the bureaucratic organization. We found that Thai Airways has developed some characteristics of a bureaucratic organization, for example, having formal rules and procedures, a formal hierarchy of authority according to the management structure, and a clear division in labor, for example, clear distinguished committees. Other characteristics, like slowness in handling problems and resistant to change, are not really reported. The next kind of approach is called the behavioral management approach. Starting with Follett's organization as communities. Thai Airways has defined communities of managers as seen in the management structure, so we may be able to infer that they have completed this. The Hawthorne studies. Thai Airways has dedicated a section of committee called Environmental, Social, and Governance Committee to specifically define, recommend, and develop good corporate governance as well as the working conditions. In terms of McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y, there is not enough evidence in perspective from Thai Airways that can infer McGregor's theory. Archer's Theory of Adult Personality. According to the 2018's annual report, Thai stated that it has revised its criteria for performance evaluation, for instance, adjustments in the weight scale under the performance management at all position levels, with higher and more challenging achievements targets in comparison with past performance. Also, employees' targets must be consistent with or supportive of supervisors and corporate goals. This statement signifies that the company tries to accommodate mature personalities by increasing task responsibilities and varieties. The last section in this topic is the modern management foundations. Organizations as systems. Thai Airways is composed of all three kinds of systems: system, subsystem, and open system. The board of directors is like the main system. Committees assigned by the boards are the subsystems, and the ESG's public relations section works as an open system. Quality management. The statement previously mentioned in Argyris' theory of adult personality also applies to quality management, as the manager's goal motivates employee to be quality continuous and seek further improvement for their organization. And the last subtopic, evidence-based management. From the management's discussion and analysis section in the annual report, Thai Airways has made the analysis and implications using data from its own company, International Air Transport Association or IATA, and other related companies and sources. This information allows Thai Airways to understand the situation they are in, decide what needs to be improved, and find new strategies to approach the issues.
Ethics and social responsibility. First, I'm gonna talk about their ethical commitment. Thai Airways want to represent their business is conducted by their rigorous and ethical, moral, and legal standards. They made a policy that, according to the anti-slavery statement of their company, then the statement stated that the company is opposed slavery and human trafficking. This statement is made respectfully to Section 54 of the Modern Slavery Act 2015, or in Thai, พระราชบัญญัตินะครับ and they use it to the reference to make their policy. These are 4 examples of their policies that ensure they are following the ethical way. First, human rights. One of the conditions that Thai Airways realize that is important for their organization. They make the working environment is free from the harassment and discrimination. And the second, the human trafficking. The human trafficking is the issue that's most of airline business concern. But Thai Airways are starting to increase the staff awareness on this issue. In the document, the company stated that the flight crew may have a chance to face the situation about trafficking. And sure, all the staff must to work against this issue. So, let's continue to the third. Whistleblowing policy. If someone seen the slavery and human trafficking situation in front of they can making a report and send it directly to the president of Thai Airways. Not only the staff, everyone can report. And lastly, anti-bribery policy. The funny thing, all of the employees in Thai Airways knows this company is not a 0% corruption. They have a corruption in the company, but they have realized this is an issue, and they expect the high-level manager to care about this. Let's continue to my second part. Corporate social responsibility operation. Thai Airways create many projects that focus on the economic, social, and environmental to enhance the living quality of people better. According to their Sustainable Development Report 2019, the corporation launched to promote the development in 6 main activities: education promotion, public health promotion, environmental promotion, religion and cultural promotion, disaster relief assistance, promotion of public welfare.
Regarding environment, innovation, and sustainability of Thai Airways, Thai Airways' core mission is to focus on creating customer satisfaction, provide world-class service, and promote value creation for every business dimension. As for the CSR framework, regarding environment, innovation, and sustainability of Thai Airways, Thai Airways' core mission is to focus on creating customer satisfaction, provide world-class service, and promote value creation for every business dimension. In terms of external environment, Thai Airways is maintaining its overall health of economy in terms of financial markets, inflation, income levels, and job outlook. Even though Thai Airways may not do its best at this unfortunate COVID-19 time, which is out of control, and also our other airlines are also got affecting, which majority of customers, both Thai and foreigner, use. Thai Airways has its mission to provide comprehensive domestic and international air transport service with a focus on safety standard, convenience, high quality service with Thai touch in order to deliver the product of high value and credibility and create good impression and relationship with customer. Regardless, the reliable source, Thai Airways as well as Thai Smile hope to build on its strength of being learning organization that encourage the employee to perform at their highest capacity, realizing the importance of customers, and enhance their capability, skill, responsibility, and commitment to organization. In terms of internal environment, where sustainable business meets both of the needs of customers and protect the natural environment, the public and private sector have collaborated to encourage reduce public use of single-use plastic, which would solve pollution and health issues for people in the long run.
Thai Airways always develop their innovation and sustainability and concern about the environment. There are several techniques that help to create the effective use of resources which is limited and be beneficial to itself. These days, when people usually fly, Thai Airways has introduced its new mobile application, which aims to give passengers a lot more convenience, speed up the task, and make it easy to access the information. For example, booking information, flight detail, flight schedule, self check-in, and 24/7 customer support. Also, in-flight entertainment aims to give passengers the best experience on board, as well as Thai Sky Connect or in-flight Wi-Fi internet service that can connect the passenger to the internet while they are on board. To enhance and develop the employees, Thai Airways has provided both soft skill and hard skill development and be able to access to the e-learning system called Thai Learn for training, which currently has 5 training centers available: Pilot Training Center, Crew Training Center, HRD Training Center, IT Training Center, and Technical Training Center. Thai Airways has also promoted the Thai spirit organizational culture to urge its employee consciousness. T for trust, T mind to improve and maintain service standard to gain customer trust. H for hospitality, service mind to deliver satisfactory service with care to customer. A for accountability, responsibility for ensuring customer satisfaction and trust to help the company achieve its goal. I for integrity, fostering work culture of integrity, honesty, fairness, and moral are integral to corporate governance.
So that's it. That's the end.
Yes.
Okay, that's a surprise ending. Huh? Okay, so okay, okay. I think it's okay. let me show you. Okay, so from the presentation, right? When you look at Thaiway, things sounds good, right? So do you think it's good company?
It's good for us to study.
So when you look at, like, so this that is why, we have to, because when you look at the company and from what you presented, okay, I mean, if you don't know the background, okay, if you don't know like the financial performance, it sounds like a very good company, right? Anti, like corruption, anti bribery. They have this like cloud learning. But then let me share you. Right. Okay. So let me share you this one. This is the stock performance of Thai Airways. Okay. The stock performance of Thai Airways. This is Thai, like Thai, like THI. This is Thai Airways. And then you can look at this. Okay. Like since July 2017, July 2017. Okay. Around this one. If anyone buy Thai Airways stock, okay, the price there would be around 30 baht. Okay, from around, I mean, after July, this may be, I think maybe September, around September, it's about 30 baht per share. And then you can look at the price, the value of the company, 2018, the end of 2018, that's about, I don't know, 17 baht. And then, okay, going to 2019, right? And then July of 2019, 10 baht, the value of the stock. And today now, it's 3 baht per share. Meaning if you put 30 baht, around 30 baht in the companies about 3 years ago, now it's only 1/10, only 10% value. So the question is, okay, from your presentation, okay, the company seem to have what they need to have, right, to be a good company. But what do you think is wrong with Thai Airways? And why they have like a very poor performance now?
I think there are two main things wrong with Thai Airways. First of all, from the annual report, I think it is very adulterated with like probably more of a one-side information from Thai Airways. But anyways, the first main wrong thing is the bureaucratic management of Thai Airways, and combined with the second wrong thing, which is the corruption within the company, and those are not reported in the annual report.
Okay, and then okay, apart from like mismanagement, can you be more specific? I mean that's okay. You can try to answer this one. What seemed to be the main problem with this company? Which part of like mismanagement? Bribery is one thing, but what seemed to be?
From what I've read, there's also the problem with the agents that is like holding the seats on the plane, which means that the Thai Airways will most of the time have full seat on the plane, but no people in there, something like that. There's a problem with their, how do you say it, the connection within the agents.
Okay.
And what else? I don't think the employees are the problem. They execute their jobs well, but the problem is more on executives position.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I actually this part should also be recorded in your report or even in your presentation, because you don't have to, because it's about the facts, and then you can try to balance. And this also a good point, for not just for your group and also for your friends to see that the company can say whatever they want you to hear. They can show you whatever they want you to read. But at the end of the day, the performance of the company says better than what they try to tell you. And they face a lot of problems like overspending, right? Overspending, and then, especially if you look at but this would be just from my like observation of the companies. They have very high expenses, especially in human resources.
Yes.
And that's also one of the main part that makes it really difficult to make any profits.
Yes. And this problem is like an ongoing problem even before the COVID-19 situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because for me, because I also teach finance, and Thaiways is one of my favorite case study about what not to do. And for me, I think it's just, the question is not about whether the company would be in this situation, but the question is about when it would be in this situation. And because I know and then you can look at all what we call all the legacy airline. Okay, we call legacy airline, or all the airline that represents the country, like Garuda Air from Indonesia, British Airways, Japan Airlines. All of these are bankrupt company. So the same thing with Thai Airways. And then they realize this, and then the other thing that we'll talk a bit later is what we call resistance to change. People don't like to change. They stay in the status quo. They feel comfortable in what they have, in the benefit that they get. Why should they lose it? For the benefit of the company. And that is what we call resistance to change in a company. And when you run the company, you don't want to get that. You need to be able to evolve over time.
I think that's one of the problems with a bureaucratic organization as well.
Yeah, or even like about Apple. That's one point. When all other companies start, like, I mean, of course, I mean, as you know, like Apple is in like a computer and like information technology, right? And then it is very late in adopting internet technology. It is from one of the meeting that like all other companies like Compaq, like IBM, or by the time it's already changed to, I mean, all this SP, Hewlett Packard, they start to develop the computer to be responsive to the internet technology, but not Apple. And at that time, like Steve Jobs said that he doesn't see anything that internet can really do, until he said, okay, let's study. And then by the time it's quite already late in the game. And then with months of study, and then they decided, okay, it is a real future in this business. But one best thing about Apple is that one of the strategy that Apple uses is what we call late mover strategy. Late mover meaning what? Meaning it is not the first, like when we have the smartphone, it's not the first company with a smartphone. For the tablet, it's not the first company with a tablet. But what Apple is good at is that how fast they can catch up, and then they can run past all other companies in that same platform or technologies. So, and that is crucial. Okay, it's not just about whether you have the technology and how fast can you do it. But for Thai Airways, they don't have that kind of mentality. They know it, but they don't want to change. And if you don't change, you don't develop. Okay, if you don't change, you cannot develop. So a part of development is about change. So that's why I think that's a part, and that also explains what happens to a company like Thai Airways. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'll move on to the next group. Okay. All right. So next group, that'll be group 4, right? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. And that's Grab. Okay.
Okay, Ajahn, first off, there is 2 presenters who cannot share their camera.
Okay. Yeah, but Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Okay, go ahead. So yeah, I'll give you 15 minutes, okay, to be the same standard. Okay, just I mean, okay, try to stick with that 15 minutes. It should be okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to our presentation on management learning of Grab. First, we need to talk about the Grab overview on the company. The company was founded in 2012 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, by Anthony Tan and Chen Holin, who get the idea from when their friend came to visit them in Malaysia and complained about how horrible taxi service in Malaysia was. They started the company as the name Grab Taxi or My Taxi in Malaysia and later changed to Grab. The first service that the company provide is taxis booking service company. And since the company was started, they have been developed through time, such as in 2012, Grab has expanded to 3 more countries, which are Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. And in 2014, they launched 2 more services, which are Grab Car and Grab Bike. In 2018, they launched Grab Food, which is the food delivery service to expand their areas of business. And in 2020, Grab is available in 330 cities over 8 countries and its application has more than 160 million downloads. Next is vision of the company by Ms. Pimpovi.
Vision and company. Gap share vision to be Malaysian consumer everyday app. Then Gap want to be the Southeast Asia consumer everyday app, where user will be able to commute, eat, deliver packages, and pay for daily essentials to one Gap app in the near future. Next topic. Company value. The latest funding value gets at about $14 million from a SoftBank. SoftBank is a significant investor in Gap, according to a person familiar with the company. That's up from a valuation of $11 billion last year. Thank you. There is management learning from hard to present.
Management learning from past to present. Grab uses 2 approaches in its management. The first one is behavioral approach for its employee. The behavioral approach is to manage focus on human relation and employee well-being rather than simply setting tasks and demanding that they be completed. The behavioral style manager help create conditions that keep workers to satisfied and always motivated. Social factors and psychological motivates take on more importance than financial incentives. This approach assumes the worker wants to work and that the company provide the right environment or productivity. So Grab put its employee in charge of the activity, like they can work whenever or wherever they want. Constantly associate with public activity and fulfilling its employee common needs via the company welfare according to Maslow progression principle. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay. Now the second one is modern approach. Grab company always find and develop a new way to approach customers. They always improve itself by updating its terms and policies and test a new idea first before fully launch. And next is ethics and social responsibility.
Grab and is ethics and social responsibility. Just like any other company, they have their ethic core, like they have the policy and guideline to protect its employee and customer. Like The customer need to respect the law that the illegal action will not be tolerated, and employee need to be honest with the customer, and the customer should be fair with Grab employee. Treat respect everyone equally, their race, religion, or any other characteristic. And their responsibility, social responsibility. Next slide, please. Thank you. There are 5 major stakeholders of Grab. There are, for sure, Grab customer, Grab employees, and then their partner, the merchant, and the government, and Gojek, which is the rival of Grab. Grab during the COVID-19, Grab has 40 million US dollars contributed to relieve the initiative across Southeast Asia. They have their safety policy. They contribute the mask to their Grab driver, and more merchant join Grab, increased by the average of 21%, and around 70,000 meals were donated by Grab customer to help Grab driver. But next is the sustainability. Grab and the environment, they try to introduce us to e-vehicle and Grab Share. Grab Share is make the customer can share the ride if they have the same way of travel, and they have a e-scooter or e-vehicle. So they were introduced, and 95 million plastic were reduced due to GrabFood automatic opt-out option. Social progress and the company profits are connected in. Next slide, please. Thank you. Grab help the merchant and its partner to grow together. They have a policy that they don't want to leave anyone behind. So they contribute some of their revenue to improve society. They having job position for the disabled people, like deaf people or people in wheelchair, and helping its merchant partners in the new way of doing their business.
Environment, innovation, and sustainability. For the external environment in the company, well, every company environment can affect every company. So first one, economic condition. This one for Grab, it may be determine how much the service charge will be in the country. Like in Thai, they have this price for service charge, and other country was has more or less depend on economic condition. Legal political conditions. Well, some working process need to be changed in each country policy because they something they can do because of the law or something like that. Social cultural conditions, the lack of technology accessibility in some areas will affect the web operation, like in so far area that GPS that can reach or something like that, or signal that technology, technological condition. That is a mobile application based. So the development of the company will go along with the technology. Like if the technology doesn't improve at all, it will be stuck like that, and nothing new will come. And neutral environment conditions. Well, if the main area are in big cities, so the main operation are mainly similar, but some situation may affect Grab employee ability to go there. And Grab value and competitors. Grab merged with Uber C in 2018. Here is project. The reason why project because both companies are similar in terms of service, and both of them aiming to be better than others. Yes, like every company that would give a service like this. And the both are high value, like Peangtep that was now $14.9 billion this year, and project was high too, but still lower. It's about $12.5 billion. Environment in innovation. Well, like I said, upfront and on technology, something like that. So sometimes they'll like Grab has aiming to address problem in community. Sometimes they come to the wrong access to. Okay. Environment and sustainability. Grab are working with the government to help reduce the amount of carbon footprint by deploying EV and hybrid vehicles in some countries. Well, that helps companies improve their image too. Thanks for listening. This is the end of our presentation now. Thank you.
Okay, so you can stop sharing content. Okay. All right. So when we when we look at Grab, and then what we can see is that the company continue to evolve, right? So what do you think about their new product development and because you can see that it starts from just like this taxi business, right? Basically, right? And then see how it evolved, and then what is the what do you think is the direction of the company, or what seemed to be the direction for the company, how they evolve over time?
This is from what I read from some news page. They said that Grab aim to be at first they start with only taxi service, right?
Yes.
And then they don't the step what they call the direction of the company in my perspective is that they always improve to improve the company value.
Okay.
And yes, and for that, sorry, okay, they always improve because they need to adapt by the ever-changing world.
Okay.
Because if they if they be in the same place, they are gonna just
So okay, let me change my questions, because you can see that they have like a Grab taxi and then Grab food, right? And also like also electric vehicle too, right?
yeah, but electric will only deploy in Singapore and Indonesia because they're working with that government.
Yeah, they work with the government to create a safety transportation and easier transportation.
Okay. And then should they have, like smartphone? Should they have like, vacuum cleaner? That's my question about what do you see Grab in one specific area of like business expansion, right? Should they also continue to have their own smartphone, or like you know what I mean? Like what should be the direction of Grab? I mean, from your study, should they expand to like electronic device, or to have their own like hardware? Because now it it is in a way it's still about like I don't know, like providing services, right? Should they eventually have their own kind of like product, tangible products, or what do you think?
Right now, they're only their own vehicle, like
Okay.
the e-vehicle, electronic.
Right.
But mobile device, I still don't think that they will reach that far, because it's only their application that need in this time.
I think that the direction is just to improve their service for the wider areas of business, but I don't think that they're gonna go with hardware or something like that.
Okay. So I think so then it means if you look at Grab, right? So it should be the transportation technology, right? So maybe that's about like getting
Yeah.
people from A to B, getting product from A to B, right? So that should be like the area of the business.
Yes. If they really work with government and somehow they can deal, maybe we can see a Grab bus or something like that.
Yeah, that could be interesting too, right? Yeah, so that's what I mean by like the direction of the company. Should they continue to really go beyond like transportation, like industry? Maybe not, right? But actually, for Apple at one point they also tried to develop the driverless car as well. So, but I think they stopped for Apple, and because I think it's a little bit beyond the scope of the business, and that's what when we talk about the scope business, right? When we talk about the scope business, we need to think about what should be the new direction for the company. But for example, like when you talk about the scope of business like Google, the core business of Google is still about like search engine, right? But then it keep expand from search from text to video to like a map, right? So that's a core about searching, and they have like the Android, which is another business, and then right. So then when we talk about the scope business, you can think about that. What should be the direction? And when you start thinking about the direction of the companies, it helps you to start to be more competitive, and to also to prevent your competitors to keep up with your services and products. All right. Okay. Thank you. Then I think we can just continue with group 5. Okay. So if any group want to take a break, you can do so. Okay. But I think I try to manage that. Then we should finish on time. Okay. So if you want to take a break, I think that's fine. You can come back later. Okay. Group 5. Zoe, Alina.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I hope you're ready.
Yes.
Just wait a minute. And can you see my screen, teacher?
Yes. Yes, I can see your screen. Yeah, I mute myself. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Let's start.
Okay, so now let's begin our presentation about the company of Tesla. So now let's start about introduce.
So if you can turn on the camera, please do so too. Okay. Yeah. So people will be more engaged with I mean if you also show the face. Yeah.
Introduction.
Okay, let's go first. Introduce.
Introduction. Tesla is an American vehicle energy company based in California. Tesla was started in July 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Zappening as the original name Tesla Motors. Tesla is currently leading by an expert technology generalist, Elon Musk, who is also a leader of SpaceX project. Tesla has developed a lot of new high-tech vehicles. For example, electric power cars, solar power cars, and their most famous innovation are self-driving cars such as Tesla Model Series and the Cybertruck. This presentation will make you know more about management of Tesla and how it becomes success like this. Let's start with the history of Tesla.
山哥，到你了。Teacher, I have already submitted to you last night.
Sorry, I have some network problem. Sorry. Okay, so in the past, in 1991, General Motors Company developed the EV1 and put it on the market as the first mass-produced electric car. Due to the low input-to-output ratio, General announced to give up the EV1 in 2002,
after producing more than 2,000 vehicles. Later, I. Kokoni, an engineer involved in the EV1 project, founded AC Propulsion, an electric car company in California, and produced T0, a one-man lead-acid battery car. And then, an engineer at AC Propulsion, Martin Eberhard of Silicon Valley, has invested $150,000 in the firm's trouble operations. In exchange, he wants Kokoni to try powering the T0 with lithium-ion batteries from thousands of laptops. But then he noticed that people seem to be expressing their dissatisfaction with the environment. So he came up with the idea of combining sports cars with new energy sources. After that, in 2003, Martin and his partner founded Tesla. It is named after Nikola Tesla, an electrical engineer and a physicist. Tesla Motor is the first electric vehicle company in the world to adopt lithium-ion batteries, and it is specialized in producing pure electric vehicles such as the Tesla Roadster, the Tesla Model S, and Tesla Model X. And about the Tesla logo, Tesla car logo is shaped T, but this simple logo is not only an acronym for inventor Tesla, but also has a deeper meaning behind it. The stylized T is actually a reference to the company's products, with the T-shaped logo representing the cross-section of an electric motor. Okay, so to the next part.
Next part is for future and aim. Speed is one of Tesla's trademarks, and Tesla has been setting new historical records in this regard. Correspondingly, it is the strategy of rapid innovation of the organization and the quick action power that employees must have for human resources to be a proponent of organizational strategy. Be good at finding people with a running engine in hiring and internal promotions. In addition to candidates' core skills, Tesla's recruiters take a hard look at the candidate's ability to proactively solve problems, learn quickly, manage time, and be fully engaged. There is no question that working at Tesla is invaluable. Although many employees of Tesla are running for the glory of Tesla and Musk, HR of Tesla clearly knows that for an enterprise with a strong sense of mission like Tesla, only values that can resonate can provide motivation for employees to work for a long time and pursue excellence. Next.
Okay, the innovation of Tesla is have three parts. The product innovation. It introduced the Model S, the world's first car that is purely electric from design to manufacturing. The structural design of Model S is completely different from other cars. And they turned the entire car into a touchscreen interface and controlled by software. The Tesla solved the problem of car charging by establishing charging stations. And the second part is process innovation. Generally, cars use gasoline or diesel as fuel, while Tesla uses electricity as the power of the car. And compared with button control of traditional cars, Tesla's touchscreen control is also a huge innovation. And the second part is business model innovation. In terms of business model, Tesla has also subverted the traditional car marketing model. Generally speaking, cars are sold through 4S stores or dealers, but Tesla complete bypass this approach. His channel include two parts: experience stores and online direct sales. His experience store is like Apple's concept. And another very important model of Tesla is the purchase model. Tesla's purchase is a pre-order model. It must be booked first. Okay, that's all.
So that's it. Right. So is that the end of presentation?
No, that's the last part.
Okay,
Not yet, right?
I will introduce the environmental impact and the sustainable development of the Tesla. On July 10, 2019, Tesla reached its highlight moment again. Its market value reached 190.1 billion, surpassing Toyota for the first time to become the world's most valuable auto company. Based on Tesla's own reports, it argues that providing information on both manufacturing and consumer use can more clearly reveal the environmental impact of Tesla products. The fundamental purpose of Tesla existence is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Based on this, Tesla is not only a car company but also an energy company, which is probably what sets it apart from other car companies. So we talk about the environmental impact of Tesla. First, the Tesla ecosystem, solar roof, Powerwall, and Megpack. Tesla is committed to building a complete energy and transportation ecosystem, specifically including safe manufacturing, service, and delivery of all electric vehicles, solar roofs, and infinitely scalable clean energy production and storage products. On the second one, life cycle emissions from Tesla's electronic cars are well below the level of vehicle reviews. Electric cars have more obvious advantages over petrol-powered ones, with a gaining internal combustion energy vehicles. Their fuel efficiency can remain relatively stable only if they are properly maintained. And as cleaner energy sources are added to the grid, emissions from charging electric cars will fall further. It also demonstrates Tesla's overall of sustainability. And the carbon emissions from charging electric cars are decreasing year by year. Electric vehicles can install solar panels or solar roofs and energy storage solutions such as Powerwall in their homes to speed up the process of increasing the renewable energy mix and make it sustainable. In the end, Used batteries are 100% recycled. Tesla now works with third-party recyclers around the world to dispose of all used batteries and recycle valuable metals. Tesla is currently developing a unique battery recycling system at its factory in Nevada. Not only that, the battery metals Tesla will send back in 2019 include 1,000 tons of nickel, 320 tons of copper, and 110 tons of cobalt. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Okay. So thank you. So when you look at the companies like Tesla, okay, so do you think that they have I mean, okay, when they go for electricity like 100%, is it really something that helps the company create its competitive advantage? Or is it some kind of like limitation because not every country in the world that is ready for the electric vehicle, like in Thailand, we still don't have the infrastructure to support that. So what do you think about this?
Could you please repeat the question again? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So when you think about this one, right? Because the unique point for Tesla is that it is like 100% like electric vehicle, like right?
Yes.
And then, but at the same time, it limits the ability to sell the product around the world, right? For example, I don't think they will have a big market here in Thailand because we don't have infrastructure. In China, maybe, right? Because I think in China they have like infrastructure for electric vehicle. But do you think that is the right strategy for the company, or should they also consider like other like source of energy as well?
I think maybe the best is electric and oil combined with and because that the questions is when people use Tesla and sometimes if they don't have an electric charge and they can't find this car, maybe can't use. But if you use oil and electric, these two engines, and this will improve the people usage. Yeah.
So you think they should combine this, right?
Yes, because this can reduce their limits and make people more like it.
Yeah, but for me, I think it might not. For me, I think it's about cost benefit, right? If they go for the broad market, if they go for the broader market, that means they also have to compete with like Toyota or Honda, which they have the hybrid vehicle.
Yes.
Right? But
Yes.
if they continue with this like 100% electricity, like one electric vehicle, they own the markets, right? So they really, yeah. But yeah, for me, I think it is still the best for them, and it's true. They limit the number of customer, but it is a choice. Just like you look at Apple. Just like should Apple sell the product at lower price so that they can have more customers? The answer is also no, right?
Yes.
Because it's about creating this kind of like premium image, right? It is a kind of creating the kind of like you provide high value. It's about having a clear segmentation. It is a trade-off. So
Yes.
for me, for me, I think I would agree with Tesla that they probably just go to this direction. And of course,
Okay.
they don't have all the market, but it should. I don't think they would be poor, right? I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
because the
What? I cannot hear you.
Maybe it's a network problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you. And
Thank you.
okay, I get a note from group 6 that they are not ready, right? Peangtep, right? Is it Peangtep? Okay, group 6, who is here? P, right? P. Teng, right? Teng, Trin, Fluk. Anyone's here? So you'll be presenting next week, right? But then, I will take points off, okay? But
Yes, we are not ready, teacher. Do you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
But you have the news, right? You have the news to report.
Yes, we have a new report.
Okay, so then I'll come back to the news. I just want to finish this presentation first.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so then I'll skip to group 7 then.
Oh, okay, teacher. Thank you so much.
All right.
We're not ready.
Group 7.
Yes.
You're also not ready.
Yeah, the people not preparing.
You're not ready to present or what?
Yeah, we're not ready.
You don't finish your assignment?
No, we finished, but before
What do you mean? You finished the assignment? Or not yet?
Some member we are not ready.
Sorry, I cannot really hear you. I think what do you say?
Hello.
Someone Chai, right? Someone Chai.
Yes.
So what did you say again?
We are not ready today because our group member are missing.
What do you mean missing? Like
Our group member is missing today.
they're not here, but the report is ready or not?
Today is not ready.
Right. So that means you didn't finish the work. It's not because your friend are not here. Right. I think it's more about you don't finish the work. Okay. So I'll take some points off. Okay. And then group 8, non-put. Are you ready? Group 8, non-put girl and Ton. So, are you ready to present? Okay. All right. So this is 10 cent, right? Okay. Go ahead.
ฮัลโหลครับอา